All right, guys. Hello, everybody. Some familiar faces, some newer faces. I'm guessing because of the weather, the turnout wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. We did have 90 or 80 people registered to show today, and I guess the weather kind of scared some people away. So those troopers that came out, I appreciate it. If this show of hands, who's the first time coming to these events? 1, 2, 3, and then Sophie, this is your first time, or this is the first one? Yeah. Okay. Um, Perfect. Sorry, guys. We're live? Cool. So this is the first time we're going to go live on Facebook Live. So those that are streaming in, they'll be able to see that way. But my name's Enrique, part of GCI, 1/3 of the Foodlab team. My colleague Tanya is right over there. John is also right there. And then the extended GCI family, Dion and Jeff, are here also helping with some of the media aspect of it. I appreciate all their help, but a lot of this wouldn't have been able to get done without their help and also with the help of Chef Renee White and her team. So she's also here with us. And then we have Chef Dale and her team. Do you want to introduce the rest of your team that's here?
Yes, and we're going to do a forum where we're going to tell a little bit about us. I'm Dale Kane with Advocates for Community Wellness, and we have Rena Marks. They can see you. And then we have Kristen Alexander. She's one of our chef assistants to help us.
And then just hand it back to me.
Okay. She's one of our chef assistant that helps us with many of our cooking classes.
Awesome. And then we have also another first time, but also part of the incubator program. Chef Ole, if you want to head on up with your family. Okay. Just about 2 feet late.
Okay. Yeah. Hi guys, my name is Chef Wale. We are with Plant Based City. This is my wife, Chef Katie. Got any questions, or we just let them know?
Let us know. Let them a little bit know about a snippet of your
Presentation?
business and what you
Okay.
guys do and where you're located, and then we'll go more in detail in your bio.
All right. So we have a food truck, and we serve really delicious plant-based vegan food on the south side of Chicago. We occasionally get booked throughout the city or the suburbs, downtown. We enjoy what we do, guys. You guys are in for a treat. So today, my wife has a strawberry cheesecake you guys will taste, and we're going to do some hibachi, rice, steak, and veggies for you guys.
All 100% blend beef and meat.
100%. No meat, no dairy, guys. All right.
Awesome. All right. Since it's a smaller class, we can take turns, row by row, or maybe like 6 people at a time, to kind of watch them in the kitchen as they go through everything. Chefs, I'm going to turn your mics on, and we're going to have you get started. All right, here we go, Chef.
Do I use this?
Yes, that's so that way they can hear you on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Once again, I'm Dale Kane. I'm with Advocates for Community Wellness, and today I am featuring one of our programs, which is Abso Delicious, Eat Well for Better Health. How to manage any chronic disease better with nutrition, along with the advice that you may get from your medical provider. And today, I want to first thank the Food Lab, and particularly Chef Renee White, for inviting me to be a part of this. And I am a nutritionist, I want to say that firsthand, and a plant-based movement cooking coach. But today I have joined with Chef Rena. We're going to tell a little bit about ourselves later in the next slide. And our mission with Advocates for Community Wellness, the bottom line is that we are a faith-based health promotion ministry without walls. We bring our wellness program into the community where you live, where you work, where you play, where you worship, and where you learn. We believe that there's a population, a target population out there that can't get to many of these health forums that are downtown at McCormick Place, Navy Pier, some of the hospitals. Northwestern went on a tour, Northwestern, they can't get there. But so we wanted to bring the wellness program into the community. Virtually, we serve 3 areas: Auburn Gresham area, the Inglewood, West Inglewood, and the Roseland, and the surrounding communities. Today we're going to talk about Apso Delicious, Eat Well for Better Health. Our acronym is ADO, and this program is dedicated to improving health through nutrition education and hands-on culinary experience. That's part of my slide, introducing a little bit about myself, but I wanted to connect an educational piece along with the cooking. Many times we see these cooking demonstrations on television, but do we really know what we're eating? And that's what our program is, that we take a little deeper look. So I am the founder and executive director of Advocates for Community Wellness. I mentioned that I'm a nutritionist. I mentioned that I'm a certified cooking coach. I've worked with chefs for over 20 years, and sometimes I'm called a sous chef. And I have 25 years of experience in the health promotion industry, addressing disease prevention and coordinating wellness and culinary programs throughout the city. Okay, and now we have Chef Rena.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chef Rena.
Look at the camera. Yeah, okay. Okay. I was going to say, look at the camera.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
She needs it. Okay.
I am Chef Rena. I am the proud owner of Your Organic Energy, located 8259 South Kedzie, where we have a full plant-based salad bar, mostly raw. I do cook some items. They're cooked to order. We have juices, smoothies, herbal teas, and mushroom coffee. We also have cooking classes. We have Wine Down Wednesday, so if you want to come to Wine Down, it's a Wine Down Wednesday. So we have different things that we do just mostly every day. We are open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 6. So stop on by. What's the address again? 8259 South Kedzie.
When you say wine down, is that wine?
I'd also like to let you guys know that she's going to be one of the main featured chefs on the December 9th demonstration. So similar to this one, just on December 9th, we'll be doing last one for the Christmas season. And then the other chef is also in the back of the room trying to hide. She has, my guilty pleasure, she'll be featuring her vegan pastries. Do you want to speak a little bit, or you'll wait till then? You'll wait till then. Okay, no worries, no worries.
Your Organic Energy. Energy is spelled I-N-N-E-R-G.
Yeah, right up there, folks.
Play on words. This is about your energy. Your inner peace and your inner gangster.
So today, with a focus, I entitled it, What's on Your Menu? And by show of hand, I know that I have a chef that has this restaurant on wheels. Are there any other culinary people? Restaurant, okay. Restaurant or?
You can call it that. Have a smoothie / juice bar.
Okay, yes. And I know Chef Renee with the, you work with the farms, right?
Yeah, farms, pop-ups, community pop-ups.
Okay. And then the rest are community, right? Community members?
Yes.
Okay. I just like to get a sense of who the audience is. So the objective, I call is the case for plant-based nutrition. And I want to encourage, and Chef Rena and I, we're on the same page. It's divine how we met, okay? Because that's what our initiative is about. and looking for a plant-based chef that really understand the concept of what it really is. So we want to encourage you about in preparing your food, whether it's at home or for your business, to include more fresh, real, whole foods and what I call plant-based nutrition RX. We've heard that food is medicine, and it really is. I always say before the first prescription was ever written, okay, our ancestors went to the garden. They went to the fields. They picked vegetations. They slough off bark of a tree, to provide for body wellness. And also, too, we want to encourage about including more prepared, delicious Mediterranean meals. We also want you, when you're looking at your plate and when you're serving your food, we want you to look at color. Sorry, that's not on here. We want you to look at color on your plate. It's okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. We want you to look at color on your plate. And the goal is to have at least 3 colors. I remember my husband, we all eat chicken, right? The chicken never gets a break, but chicken dinner. Okay, he brought it home. So the chicken is tan. The mashed potatoes is white. The biscuit is tan. The gravy on is tan. The coleslaw have little speckles, but overall it's tan, okay? But one can transition that basic meal into something, still having your chicken dinner, but having something more nutrient dense, more food that's going to be healthful, HEALTHFUL, instead of harmful. So, but I do want to share a little bit about our 4 programs that we have. And there's a brochure out on the table. I'm just going to go through briefly with them because they tie in with the nutrition. I mentioned with Advocates for Community Wellness, our goal is to prevent, which means to reduce risk factors leading to health conditions and dis-ease or disease that's in the body. And one of the things our program is, I mentioned the CEDU, Eat Well for Better Health. We also have Along the Journey, which is a cancer awareness and education forum. And if you know the stats about cancer, both men and women and people of color, we have the highest rates of incidence, those are cases, and the highest rates of reoccurrence, and then the highest rates of mortality rate in any other race. So what's driving that? Okay, it's specific things that are driving that. Also, we are launching this year mental health awareness. We are faith-based. We believe we're a 3-part man: mental, physical, and spiritual. And it's our goal, what we did with our nutrition program is to put a thread of emotional, mental health into all of our program. And one of the things we know about emotional eating, we know about stress eating. We have a form that we're doing. It's a flyer on the table. It's entitled, What's Up With Your Brain? It is a discussion about food, mood, and our brain. There is a connection. If you have children, I told you I'm a talker. I'm off my cue, but if you have children, I create a program is that you can improve your child academic performance by changing their brain. The studies are out there. They're out there just by changing your diet. And if anyone wants some information about that or work in the school system, please, we come out, our health team, we come out and do the education on that. But it is, you'll be surprised. One short, I do classes for kids, and we were doing a breakfast Sunday, and it was through a park district. And so that was the last thing. That was a treat. There was a graduation, the ice cream, the bananas, they had fresh fruit all over it. And will tell you, within 2 minutes after consuming that, the children were just all over the place, and then we were sending them home to their parents, okay, because of that sugar high that you get, that glucose that goes to your brain and really interacts with us, especially children's brain. Adult brain, we're able to metabolize it a little bit better, but with children, it goes straight to the brain and into their behavior. And the last program we have is a Well Woman program, and that's dedicated towards women's health. And so I shared about each of the programs, and now today's discussion, I'm taking it from our series that I'm doing with Your Organic Energy, is food, nutrition, and your health, and it's on hypertension, high blood pressure. I'm centering around how much is too much. And in our home cooking, as well as cooking in the restaurants and going to restaurants, we don't know how much sodium is in the food. And now, more places, you can go to their menu and look up, and they may have some nutritional facts about it. I remember, short story, in the hospital, went to the cafeteria, and I was getting a grilled chicken sandwich, because that's better than, right, the ground beef, okay? And so while the person was preparing it, I was just looking at the menu, and I started reading the fine line about how much sodium was in there. The amount of sodium in there was over 1,500 milligrams just for the sandwich. And I'm like, wait a minute, because I never really thought about it. Wait a minute. I asked, put a hold on that. I went with the hamburger, which has, okay, which had less sodium. Now, I say that is because I picked up some new facts about hypertension in African American. Within the African American family and community, we have the highest rates of hypertension in the United States, with nearly 55% of Black adults diagnosed compared to 45% overall population. 55. We know the number one cause of death is high blood pressure. If you are 50 plus, you're probably on medication, taking medication, okay? Everyone's not on it. I see people looking at me like, everybody's not on it, but a lot of us are on it to help us to maintain it, but it doesn't really maintain our blood pressure. It helps to manage it. And many people will, I'm just being truthful and factual about it, will die taking their medication. They're on the medication, but they still have a heart attack, okay? So, but we want you to understand why you have high blood pressure, hypertension, and how to reverse it. I'm just going to tell you it's in the food. We know about our numbers, the diastolic pressure, the systolic pressure, but if you, one thing I encourage every family to have is a blood pressure monitor in your home. They're very economical. And like when you feel lightheaded or weak, just take your pressure. I was doing an event, and I wasn't even on medication then. I am on medication now, because they say as you get older, you're more prone to get it. But, and I always have an opportunity to get my blood pressure. My blood pressure was registered at was 200. The person said, Dale, this is the highest it goes. It may be higher. You really need to go to the emergency room. It was like 200 over 85, something 87, maybe 90, you know. And do you feel dizzy? No. Do you feel lightheaded? No. I mean, because I was in my zone setting up for my event. And so, but that's what they call the silent killer, that we don't notice it until it strikes us, until we're in the emergency room. And so with that, I didn't go that day. I prayed and I was doing some meditation and breathing. I took my blood pressure when I got home. It was still elevated, but wasn't at the 200. I took it first thing in the morning. It was still elevated, and then I went to the emergency room. It was urgent care. They wanted to send me to the emergency room, in which I did. And so that was, I usually say and share with people, like, at what point when we start taking some action in reference to our health, and it's usually when we get a diagnosis. You know, we're not preventive people, okay? We see something going up and up. We see for women, I can talk from a woman, dress size going up and up, but I can talk for a man too, because my husband saying, ooh, I'm gonna have to get some new pants, you know, go up and up, you know. And so, but we don't take the action until we get a diagnosis. Well, that was a diagnosis for me. That was a warning sign for me. And I'm happy to say is that with it, and then with food, I took food more seriously and start looking at that bottom line, start reading more intensively with the ingredient. And for some of you that are in the food industry, I went more plant-based and cooking more at home. But I'm challenging people that are in the food industry is just to be mindful in what we are serving our customer base. My background is in sales, but one thing I know about sales, for every person, I'm saying every customer that's sick, laid up, or die, you got to replace with two. You got to replace that customer, okay, and then you got to get one more customer for growth. Okay, so at least two. But one thing that we can do is that we can help them along their journey. And I'm not saying changing your whole menu, but start offering some more healthful menu items, and you would be surprised. On the personal level, and now my husband's on it level, not plant-based. He said he's gonna die with a steak in his mouth, but he did say that. But he is eating more vegetables, more plant vegetables, and he's cooking with more because sometimes you don't have to change everything. You just have to add more to he makes a mean, delicious mac and cheese, but for me, I'll chop up some tomatoes. I'll take my portion out. I'll chop up some tomatoes. I'll get some cilantro or something like that and mix with it. Maybe shred just a little carrot to it and mix it with it. He always said, "You're destroying my dish," but I'm trying to save my life, okay? And just to make it more healthful. And sometimes I even chop up real fine some spinach and it tastes delicious, and it looks more, to me, more eye-pleasing as well. And so, but there's little things that you can do. I won't go into the blood pressure, but I'm going to share with you the consequences of high blood pressure. It is, we know about strokes. If you get a blockage in your artery and it goes to your brain, it's a stroke. If you can get heart failure, but if you get that blockage that's severe enough, it goes to your heart, you can have a heart attack. The percentage of recovery, I believe is getting better, but there was a time is that it was only 50% survival rate. It's better now. I haven't looked up the stats on that with heart attacks, but it is a drooling thing to experience. I have some stories on that, but I won't share. But also too, with elevated high blood pressure, it also affects your kidney. The salt that's in the food, it actually cooks your kidney. Now, my mother always tell me, you always need a little salt. And yes, we do. We need a little, okay? But we are consuming excess amount of salt. And we don't know how much salt we are eating. And when you really look at the nutritional fact on the food, and I'm going to ask you, those are in the food service industry, are you pulling up the nutritional value of your food that's in there. Now, what I do know, working with chef, what makes food taste good? The salt, it's the sugar, and it's the fat. And that's the one, and it's okay to have it, but it's the excess amount and how much we eat and how much a person eat that's doing the harm in our body. The other thing that with salt impacts is our vision. I had to look closer. I do have glasses. It's your vision.
Yeah. So now we have the kale salad. So I have the dinosaur kale. Dinosaur kale is a little rough than the other kale. So you want to be careful. And you want to, when you eat the dinosaur kale, you want to eat it slow. Get your system used to it because it's harder to digest. So you want to make sure you're getting your body used to it. So I'm just cutting the kale, and what I usually do is cut my fingers. Curl my fingers to cut them, and I just toss that in a bowl. And then I have my red pepper that I already cut, put it in half. Again, I'm cheap, so I cut them in half. Cost effective. And I usually cut them in half. I cut it in half already, and I just take my fingers and I take it out. So that way I have the whole pepper. Because if I cut off that top of that pepper and I'm losing that pepper, I'm a little upset with myself. So, because I don't like anything going in the garbage. My when I was executive chef, my employees called me Cheap Charlie. Because I'm so cheap. So the peppers, they get cut. I should have did that. I'm sorry. So I have half a pepper. So I take it, I cut it into slices. So I have 3 slices, and then I cut those again in cubes. Medium dice. And then I got those, and I put those in my bowl. And then I have tomatoes that's already in front of me, and I have grape tomatoes. So I cut these tomatoes, these are the grape tomatoes, and I cut them in half, and then I cut them in half again, and I place those in my bowl. So you have 4 pieces of tomato. You have 4 pieces. That's a lot of tomatoes. Tomatoes go a long way. I cut one more. And then I'm gonna put the salt in last, but I have a lemon. My lemon got wet. So I'm using real lemon. I like to use, they have jars of lemon, of course, but I like to use fresh because it's fresh, because I like to use it. So I just squeeze my lemon, I cut it in half, and I squeeze that. I got a little seed in there, so I'm gonna take that out. I can't find him. I can't find him, he's lost. And then I have my pine nuts. So I'm sprinkling the pine nuts in there. And I also have cranberries. I sprinkle those in there. And my cayenne pepper. Lastly, well, not last, because my salt is last, I have olive oil, and I just sprinkle a little bit. I don't want a whole lot, just enough to massage it in, into the kale. And I'm just tossing that together. And once I toss all of that together and get all of those flavors marinated in there, and then I use a little salt. Not a whole lot. I use a pinch or 2. That's enough for me. Well, that's enough for us. I think we were used to our mothers and our grandmothers using so much salt, and then they came out with seasoned salt. It's crazy. They was killing us slowly with the seasoning salt. And that's your kale salad. Any questions on that? No questions? Nothing? I did. Oh, boy. So that's it with the kale salad. That's coming out. Y'all ready?
We'll put the taco on here too.
Huh?
When the taco's ready, we'll put that on there.
Okay. This hot. I got hot hands. I got chef hands. How many minutes I got? How many minutes I got left?
30.
I got 30 minutes.
So
Okay.
take this in
Lisa.
while we're wrapping up.
Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot, I forgot to put the onion. Okay. Okay, so we have the tacos is last. Turn this page.
I have the ingredients.
I can't see it.
Huh? I'm not they can. They can see it.
That's my other bowl. This one here. Okay. I really like this taco. It's really, really nice. Done it before, and it's a lot of steps, but it's worth it because it's really, really good. So first I got a whole cauliflower. The cauliflower gets cut in half. This is a really big one too, but I cut it in half because I'm not going to use all of it because I already kind of made it already. But to cut it, for you to cut it, and then I cut it in half again. And once it's cut in half again, you see the insides of it. So you want to cut away from that to cut that piece off, the hard piece. That's not really edible. And you just started pinching away at it. So you have florets, you have your florets here as you pinch away at it. So that's what we're using. And then we're going to roast it. I don't have any more pans left. Hold on.
Sweet potatoes available.
I don't have any parchment paper. That's okay. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make do with what I have. So this gets on on your tray, and I'm gonna use this. I'm not gonna use the bowl. I'm just gonna do it on the tray. So we're gonna go with the sumac. I do not have because it's hard to find. A lot of times, and this is a really good, because a lot of things that we should be having, we can't find because it's not in our neighborhoods. So you have to go out and find it, different things. And that particular one, it's a Middle Eastern, spice, and it's really good. But again, you're not going to find it. You got to go a little far to get it. But it's worth traveling once you find out a lot of different spices. It's worth traveling for. I know Pete's on 103rd and Harlem. They have a ton. You will go to that store for hours trying to find different spices. It's there. But for the lack of time, I didn't have time to go get it because I'm just coming from out of town, actually. So I didn't really have time to run. But I have my sweet, I'm going to put this in a bunch. I'm going to use the pen instead of a bowl. So this is my paprika that I'm going to sprinkle on here. I have my cumin. And what else do I have? My garlic powder. My lemon juice. I still have a little lemon left in my lemon juice because I'm still cheap. I'm keeping it. Gotta get my seeds out. And then we have our potato. So this is just a regular potato. And again, that's just like the sweet potato. When you cut it, you want to make sure you have a leveling side where you can just cut it off, set to the side, and you want to put that down on your board, making sure your potato will not roll. So you want to do the same thing. You want to take those sides, because now you have a cube potato. Once you take all the sides off, a square potato. And again, I cut that in half. I cut it in half again, because this is the easiest way to cut a potato. And then you have 3 pieces, and I cut those in squares. And I'm going to roast, because they're so small, I'm going to roast them with my cauliflower. So I'm going to give it the same flavor as I gave that. So I'm going to my olive oil. And break that up a little bit. So that way, when you break it up smaller, it's easier to cook, and it'll cook much faster, because I know we're hungry. So that's it for that. I'm not going to put this in the oven. I already have some in the oven, but I do have a bowl. I'm going to put the ingredients that belongs there. You can do the tacos too. You can plate the tacos. So say this was in the oven. It was in the oven for about 15 minutes on 350. So it's hot. Oh my God, it's so hot. But I'm going to put this in my bowl. So once I put this in the bowl, I'm going to take tomato sauce. So you can either make tomato sauce or you can buy tomato sauce. I suggest that you buy tomato sauce with no salt. They have it with no salt. Or you can just take tomatoes and season it very well, put it in the blender, and put it cook it for a little bit, and you have, got it. And I have chef hands. I was executive chef for 10 years. And hey, they're just there. I'm just used to it. Yes, you can put the shells in. So the tomato sauce goes on here.
So this one you made on your own?
No. The ones, when I did it before, I made it on my own. But for the lack of time, I didn't have time. But I usually do make them on my own, because for other people. Huh?
Because you're cost effective, right?
Because I'm very cost effective. So when I first became an executive chef, my job was to make sure that the cost was just like nothing. My food cost was 25%. So I had to make sure that I stay under 25%, so I always did. And this is a funny story. I worked at Stroger Hospital, and when I got there, their food cost was 147%. Jesus. So I said, somebody's stealing. Somebody's stealing. So, what was this? I stirred this up. So, I got my cilantro, and I also have my pepper. So I'm going to dice my cilantro up finely. Again, I'm cupping my hands to make sure I got fingers when I come out of this. When I finished, it was 47%. 47%. I found out where all the theft was going, where everything was going. They had somebody forgot to take a turkey the night before, but when I came in the next day, the turkey was sitting on the cart, and they forgot to take it because it was thawing. So I said, "Oh boy, I got you." But I locked up all the meat in the back of the cooler, so you have to in the back of the freezer. So they had to take a little time. You know, we're kind of creatures, we're lazy creatures, so we're not going to the back of the freezer. So, and it worked, it really did. And then I was ready to go because it was just a lot. It was a lot. So I'm cutting my pepper. This is my jalapeno pepper. And I'm dicing that. And again, that one's going in here. I had already had some cut. I'll just use this one. But what I did was I ran out the freezer, ran out the coolers, I ran out everything that we had, and then I just started rebuying stuff. So after that, I incorporate the cilantro and the pepper, and it's basically done. And once it's cooked, this is what it looks like once it's cooked. You got it? You can start putting that on there. I'm gonna use the spoon. It has this on there, so okay. Lastly, we have the red cabbage. Wait. I'm sorry, I missed something. I missed a step. I'm sorry, Kristen. I missed a step. Can you give me a spoon, a fork, a spoon or a fork? Take this one. This is the hummus. The hummus goes on the shell. I'm gonna stir this up, and I usually make my hummus, and it's very cheap to make hummus. Again, because I'm frugal, cost effective. So I just take the hummus and I spread it on the tortilla shell. And then that goes, that mixture goes on top of there. Okay. You got it.
I did.
Yeah. There you go. The lastly is the red cabbage. The red cabbage, I cut it in half already because I used it. I already cut it, but I'm going to show you how to cut it. So I cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it in half again. It's just like the cauliflower or the broccoli. It's the same thing. And then you have your piece in here that's not edible. So I cut that on a slant where it is gone. So now you have your cabbage. Then I cut that in half again. So I just have wedges, and then I cut that really small, really fine, because that's going on top of our mixture. Okay, and that's what you have.
What was that?
This goes on top of that.
Top of the taco?
Right on top. That's it. And that's it. You got it?
We got it. Your assistants?
Your assistants have it?
Yes. Uh-oh, excuse me.
Yep, that's it. Any questions? No, it's just plain cabbage. I didn't do anything to the cabbage. But you're more than welcome to do what you want to the cabbage. It's a vegetable. So, and then you put the oil on there. Like I said, I don't really use salt. But you can put whatever seasoning. You can use the same seasoning that you have for the mixture. That way you have flavor through and through, because it's about flavoring every level. So, but I did not put anything on there. Any other questions? These are corn shells. Yeah, I try to stay away from flour, because that's another thing that I'm allergic to. So I try to stay away from it. So I don't really give it to my customers. I just don't use it. I do use it. I told the tale. I do use it. I have a pizza that I do with a flour shell, but I think that's the only thing I do for flour. Yes, you can start serving. I don't want to look. I'm gonna put a little oil in here. I put a little oil on the, I did put a little oil on the cabbage. So I'll go through and do those while y'all doing that. That's okay. I got it. Just set it down. Here you go. Did I put everything in? There you go. Okay. There's so many? I got it. So many customers? It's too many? I got you.
There's none for us. Beautiful.
That might be enough, Chris.
There you go.
There you go.
Here.
Okay.
Here. There you go.
Yes. Anything with the cabbage.
Huh?
How long?
It depends on how thin they are, but I'm gonna say about 20 minutes. And it depends on your oven too, because a lot of everybody's oven is different. So your oven is not calibrated, it's gonna take a little longer. Is that enough?
No. Is this the pan?
That's the pan for that. Here, just put that over there.
You're not gonna put them in oven?
No. Is that enough, or we got more people? How many more we need?
How many more we got?
We're running out.
Not gonna put them in the shells in oven?
No.
This is the cold spot.
Mm-hmm.
Just the staff now.
Okay. Listen, I'll put this one in the oven. No worries.
These are cold.
They're cold.
When it comes to, you're asking about nutritional facts, right? Really, there's a lot of free software out there to use. I mean, Google search would work, but there's very minimal fees if you were to pay for it, like for restaurants. Actually, for the smoothies, we had figured out a nutritional analysis that we had done there through Mies. So it's like a recipe software that helps you break down the cost to as close as the penny as you can think of. But with the added feature, you can pull the nutritional facts behind every ingredient you add in there. And there's a huge database and it pulls information, not other restaurants' information, but it pulls the data that they've shared with it, not necessarily the recipes, but the data that they got from a sub recipe that they've created inside of that. So often that's kind of the best way. It's this huge database of working with other restaurants and pulling it that way. No, so the website is Get Mies. Yeah, Get Mies. It's Get Mies. Get Get Mies MEEZ. .com, and it's an online database where you can just create your own recipes in there. Yeah, so through the incubator, we actually have quite a few of them in here. We've worked through recipes, so some of them in the incubator are looking at the recipes to create consumer product goods, CPG products, and then they're looking to pack for packaging, and then you can include the price of the packaging in there, your labeling, and have a fine-tuned, basically a fine-tuned comb going through your entire recipe and having everything down to the penny. And that way you know what your actual food cost is, and then your shelf costs and how much you need to sell it at in order for you to make a profit. But then on top of that, you can pull nutritional labels. So for example, like the juices that we're working with, the smoothie joint, she can put the nutritional label on the back, and it'll tell you how much, X, Y, Z, and everything, by the percentage to the gram to the all of it. It's awesome. It's a really great software. It's newer to me. I've been using it for about a year and a half now. I wish I had it in the industry back in my days when I was a chef, when I was an operating manager, GM. It would have saved my life, especially on the recipe costing side of it, trying to do it through an Excel spreadsheet and then opening a new Excel spreadsheet every single time. One of the bigger plans that you can purchase through there, you can upload invoices, so it'll update the cost of, if your chicken, 25-pound box of chicken that you purchase bulk is, it increased by $15. It'll adjust those prices of chicken by the ounce for each of your recipes across the board. So it really helps. It's really streamlines a lot of things for you. But how are you guys liking the food? Yeah. What's your favorite? The salad, the potatoes, or the taco? I would imagine. I haven't tried mine just yet, but I just wanted to make sure. Just curious to ask you guys. You like fries? I like some good sweet potato fries. Don't get me wrong. Um, the cinnamon is a good flavor added to it. Let's see. Questions, concerns? Sumac? That's a good question. I'm trying to think of a good. It's like you said. It's a Middle Eastern or. Not 1,000% sure, but it's yeah, it's not something I cook often with. I've tasted it before, but it's usually in small amounts. It is very potent flavor, that I do know. Yeah, like cumin. Yeah, cumin, you just a tiny bit, similar to sumac. Um, but other than that, the pleasure of meeting them a couple months ago. We've worked through the incubator, worked through some recipes, and they actually, I won't even explain more. I'll let them explain more about their business. Here we are, folks. Just hold this about a fifth late. Okay. All right. So
Okay. All right. How y'all doing out there? All right. So I think everybody was here earlier. Okay, so as I was telling y'all earlier, we got a food truck. It's called Plant-Based City. Our Instagram and everything is Plant-Based City Chicago. We serve vegan food on the south side of Chicago. We are posted up right on 87th and the Dan Ryan. Real easy to find. And we work Wednesday through Saturday from 1 to 7 p.m. So pull up sometimes, guys, and get some of this good food. We got some stuff here today for y'all to try. Some hibachi, steak, rice, and veggies. My wife has a delicious cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake with no dairy. And other than that, we're gonna get started. Take it back to the top for me, Enrique. No, very beginning. Yep. So just to tell you a little bit about us, the name of our company, as I said, is Plant-Based City. We're a family-owned and operated business committed to providing quality plant-based comfort foods with the focus on family, health, and convenience. Me and my wife have been together since high school. Let's see, we're pushing on about 20 years we've been together. We got 6 boys. Our youngest are twins. We was done after the twins, y'all, so they 9 years old. We got a 10-year-old, 15, 16, 17. 2 of them here with us today. They help us a lot on the truck, so we are really a family-operated business and big on entrepreneurship and just trying to build and, keep things together. My wife, we actually found out that we are Nigerian, Yoruba people, and just staying true to our roots. Once we found those things out, after getting DNA testing and things like that, we just tapped into the culture some. We have Yoruba names as well as our American names that our mothers and fathers gave us. But doing our business, we actually go by our Yoruba names. My wife's Yoruba name is Folakemi. We call her Chef Kemi. My Yoruba name is Ogunwale, Chef Wale. That's where the name comes from. So Folakemi is the pastry / sous chef and co-founder of Plant-Based City. She's instrumental in the daily operations and success of the company, while pushing forward the narrative of all leaf, no meat, no dairy, no animal products. With her passion for baking and delicious desserts and overall hard work ethic, Chef Kami is a self-taught baker, wife, and mother to 6 sons. Her love for teaching and nurturing has greatly impacted the health-conscious community in Chicago. We at Plant-Based City and our customers reap the benefits of her extraordinary gifts. All right. And here we go about me. My name is Ogunwale. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Plant-Based City. With an entrepreneurial background, I've had many businesses before this one, guys. None of them work. This one is going good so far, guys. You know, but I'm the heart and soul of this company. Have a passion for herbs and spices, and innovative creativity has allowed me to see the vision for understanding what our customers want and need. Inspired by the loss of my brother due to kidney failure and hypertension complications, as well as my wife started a vegan journey years ago. She stopped eating meat, and I'm like, what? Because it's hard to go out to eat and stuff together. But all right, we're rocking and rolling. Okay, where is those mushrooms? Okay, I'll just use this. Okay, I'm gonna start off putting a little butter, a little olive oil. One on the right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. It is not hot. So what is par excellence? It's just a brand of yellow rice. It can be any brand. It doesn't have to be par excellence. We use more than one. That's just one that's easy to find. They sell it at Sam's Club. Yeah. It's hot.
Has to be like right in the middle.
Like I said, I do. It is. But the stuff that I cooked outside is hot. I'm just ready to go. I could even put that in here and just. I was off. Yeah, it's hot, but.
Oh, this is getting hotter faster.
It is. Okay, we can feel the heat.
Let's just use this one then. Maybe this is not so hot. And this is because it's the smaller burner.
Okay, we got action.
There we go.
Okay. All right. You had that chopped cheese? When? Oh, you pulled up on us. Okay. Yep, so we're gonna go with the yellow rice, get this hot. Don't need that much. We're just doing a small demonstration just so you guys can see. Yes, sir. Say what makes it yellow? So when I make white rice yellow, I use like it's a Goya yellow packet. That makes it yellow. Turmeric can make it yellow. Sassoon, the orange packet, can make it orange. I don't know exactly what they did with this particular brand. It comes yellow in the box. Yeah. But outside of turmeric and the Sassoon, the Goyas, the yellow one is great. It's like a vegetable seasoning that'll make the rice yellow. You can do this with white rice as well. Yeah. Little butter. Oh, not yet. Okay. Now, this is a seasoned blend that we use. Something that we make has a little sea salt, a little black pepper, a little garlic powder, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar powder. Well, we put those together from scratch. Yeah. Me and Enrique are gonna be working on that pretty soon. Yep. It doesn't take that much. We have a little butter we can add in here. Yes, no meat, no dairy. This is imperial butter. We use country crock. That has no dairy as well. Today we use an imperial butter. Jewels, every store. So country crock and imperial, they pretty much everywhere. I know. All right. This boy is cooking hot. Oil. I need a utensil or something to put this in. Please give me some. Okay, we don't have anything else. That's another skillet I could use. We need something. We can put that one right here. Fortunately, we got another batch. It's already ready to go. Okay, we're gonna rinse this out for a second. Napkins. Faster. Napkins. Ooh. Okay. Enrique, this thing got hot, man. It wasn't hot at first, but okay. Now in here we have a little mushroom, onions, and bell peppers. We're gonna add a little olive oil. Are we still going? Okay. And it's not going. Okay. I think it did. It's not cooperating. It's off as okay. We can keep it going. This is hot as well.
Oh, is it?
I mean, it's been sitting here. It's not the temperature we need, but the food in the oven is ready to go. Yeah, I wish I had some time to practice with this stove, man.
It was just on earlier.
You know what? Probably too hot. Wipe it off.
Okay. Napkins, maybe.
Can we try it on the one on the left?
There we go.
Yeah, so wipe that off.
This one is hot right here, where we're at? Okay. Okay, we cooking. And that's just
So these are, we got yellow peppers, onions,
yellow peppers, onions, bell peppers, green and red,
and then what are the mushroom mixtures?
oyster mushrooms.
Only oyster?
Yeah.
Only oyster, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
For this dish, we only use oyster.
How do you get the color on the mushrooms like that? That's from sauteing?
Yeah, that's what I was doing
just from
outside.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Seasoning added to this at all?
Same seasoning.
Same seasoning?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
A little bit of the here, and these are already slightly hit, so it doesn't need that much at all. This is a soy sauce, Maggi, and teriyaki blend.
Okay.
You know, low sodium. Don't need that much of that as well.
So here you're just looking for some caramelization, right? Just to kind of...
That's all. And then once it's hot, it's ready to go. It's already seasoned. You know, that butter gives it kind of like a little creamy flavor. Just enhances the flavor a little bit. It looks like we are hot. And do we want to start plating this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is ready to snatch off the griller. Ah, I forgot. So this is my torch. I use this on a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
This helps with like the caramelization. Gives it like charbroil taste as well.
That's awesome.
I really love that thing, man. Okay, yeah, no problem.
So you can get a nice photo.
All right. So this is ready to go. We're actually done with the oven. So we're done with the stove.
In the oven?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can start playing. I can stay in here if you want to keep talking to them over there.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Okay. Where is where food is in here? We got 24 total.
Yeah.
And they can I do one plate with you?
Yeah.
And then we just take them from there.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the plates. I'm looking for the measuring cups and things. I see plates, let me go.
Oh, okay.
I got, yeah, okay, they right there. Okay. If anything, you will go talk about your cheesecake. Okay. Well, we're still getting hot. Get yourself mentally ready. I really don't need help. No. Keep in mind, got a camera to the right up top. So we don't necessarily have to.
Talk to me about that yum yum sauce. What is that?
So the yum yum sauce, that's also something that we make at home as well. With the yum yum sauce, it is some vegan mayo,
Okay.
sweet chili. I put the recipe together, man, but I haven't made it in a long time. My wife actually makes them now. Millie, what's all in that chop sauce? second.
We also have some sweet chili in there.
Okay.
Some sweet chili in there, some seasoning. Jalapeno, mustard, seasoning. So that's what we have. That's the chop sauce. And then the sweet chili sauce. The sauce that we put in there. So we just use the sweet chili and come over the top.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome.
So we can start talking about and my plans and go is design with the scooper. But maybe only thing left is to start talking about
Yeah.
does she need a mic?
Well, do you want to talk about the cheesecake here?
I was thinking
Yeah, just stay here.
Okay.
And that's the camera you're speaking to.
Okay.
That way we don't have to cut the live feed, because the live feed is this little camera right there.
Oh, okay.
That's the one.
So we're live in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So is this on?
It is on.
Okay.
You can upside down.
Okay.
There, that's the mic.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do want to.
sit the right stuff like pretty, but
So let's see here.
So we're doing 14?
24.
24. There you go. Yeah, he's already not ready. Almost ready.
Yeah. Oh, they're there. There's no way. We didn't run through all of that.
All right. So as Chef Wale continues to plate up this delicious hibachi rice, I will talk about our strawberry cheesecake. We have decided to implement this cheesecake because it's a delicious, I would say, favorite amongst the desserts. We have our plant-based touch that we put on the strawberry cheesecake. And it's also a healthier option. It is it is sweet, so we will, say that. But as far as it being plant-based, you get some additional benefits with it being plant-based that I will name as far as just some of the ingredients. Of course, you're not having to worry about the dairy, as well as those who are lactose intolerant. They also do not have to worry because we don't use any meat, any dairy, or any products from an animal whatsoever. Another ingredient, an ingredient that is in the plant-based cream cheese is called, which offers protein. It offers all of the essential amino acids as well as some vitamins and minerals. It's called the faba bean protein. Comes from the faba bean. And this actually will not have you feeling sluggish or just tired after you enjoy a slice of cheesecake. So I wanted to definitely incorporate this. It's one of my favorite desserts and one of my favorites from before I was vegan. And I just am so delighted to be able to offer it on our menu to the community and to all of those who would like to still enjoy sweet desserts that will not compromise so much of your health because, you want to have a late night snack. So I, I think that I've covered everything dealing with the strawberry cheesecake, and I'm going to start to get it together.
Talk to us. Yes, ma'am. Tastes like chicken, don't it? Well, it's the mushroom in general, not just the oysters. The mushrooms just have a tendency to take to whatever seasoning that you put on. Jackfruit does the same thing. It's a lot of meat alternatives. But these oysters, we season them, grill them. If you treat it like it's chicken, it's gonna taste like it's chicken. Treat it like it's a rib tip, like we make rib tips out of these. And people think they swear they actually themselves.
So it takes on to whatever flavor you put to it.
That it does.
Like tofu.
Yeah. Burger tray.
So, should I finish?
Yeah. People are saying.
Yep, we're waiting too.
Okay.
So here I have the cheesecake, along with some non-dairy whipped cream that I put together. It's basically a non-dairy whipped topping, along with some fresh lemon and sugar, little sugar.
No, silverware is funny.
In that box, right? It looks good.
It's tasty. It's really good.
There you go. Okay. Okay. Into now.
You had some Saturday? Okay. Hey, I thought you was a man, but I couldn't put my finger on it, man.
Yeah, you told me to get the butter burger.
I didn't know you was. You like that burger?
I work here. I'm over all the AV.
Okay. y'all missing out if you're not eating no meat.
Man, this is awful change.
All right. How y'all doing out there?
Everybody quiet.
All right.
Smacking.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
On these, mushrooms and non-steak.
We gotta get some flyers together. People coming up fasting. So, I'm telling you this on.
You know, like, when they do like no meat at the church stuff.
Well, come on.
You
I
can
got
come
about
get our
10 churches
burgers.
right now.
Our steak sandwiches.
Y'all gonna have to get more staff. I'm telling you, you might as well start thinking about that food trailer I got.
The food trailer?
Yeah.
What you saying about it? You saying another? We know we got a trailer.
I know, you're gonna need. That's
Saying
just
another
one.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah. You got a trailer?
Mm-hmm.
What you doing with it?
Too busy. On you now. Hey,
Yeah, we gotta figure it out.
yes, we do.
This
This is so good. Wow.
We had this on the menu a while back and we had took it off. And
Yeah, well, you might as well get ready. You're gonna be coming at you.
we just added it back. My son was talking about a good one. I'm like, okay, we're gonna put it back on the menu. And people love
It's
it.
ain't quick and easy.
Yeah, it is. We gotta cook the rice the day before or enough time to cool off. We don't
Plates.
have to, but just,
Are we doing the burger tray?
we won't go burn trace.
Be something good to put on the Thanksgiving menu.
It's on our catering menu.
Yeah.
Are we gonna cut these?
Okay. No, that's right.
So I need to be able to have some of this while I decorate them.
Three. If we come up short, you think we're short?
I'll take a picture with that flame down.
What's your favorite name?
Picture with you guys with that. I want to hold the flame down.
Now imagine that flavor. He said, I had all of the sauces
Oh,
That's
yeah.
about 8 inches. It's a really big sandwich. We call it the big old chopped cheese.
Yep, very good.
I got 3 down here.
And the bread is so fresh, it melts in your mouth. The bread, oh my God, yeah. Ready to go? Famous cheesecake. Oh my God. It's not gonna make somebody hurt themselves. Yeah, I'm so glad I was obedient to stop and chat with you guys. Remember that day?
Yeah. Man, we are appreciative as well, Chef Renee.
So
I'm gonna